Greetings from Mobility Outlook. Today we are at SANY India's facility in Chakan near Pune.
SANY India is a leading manufacturer of heavy construction machines and equipment. The company operates in 4 segments: excavators, heavy equipment, mining machinery, and road and port machinery. The company recently celebrated its 20th anniversary. Starting off with just 4 motor graders in 2002, it has captured majority market share in multiple products that it makes. Should we not find out how the company rose to this level? Come, let us get into the factory and chat with company officials. SANY India offers a wide range of machines under 9 product families with about 250 variants covering a wide range of construction equipment, earth-moving machinery, port and road equipment, heavy engineering, cranes, and rigs. This is the excavator manufacturing line. Quality is maintained by manufacturing in-house. Critical structures like upper frame, lower frame, boom, arm and bucket, and track chain. The line is established with advanced facilities to make excavators from 2 tons up to 58 tons. There are several sub-assembly stations to make base plate, main control valve, engine, radiator, cab, travel motor, guide wheel, arm, boom, and roller assembly. The main assembly line to make telehandlers has several stations to prepare chassis, cabin, engine, radiator, axle, and boom. The dump truck manufacturing consists of a few sub-assemblies to make axle, engine, cabin, and lifting mechanism. In the main line, electrical harness, pneumatic pipe assembly, axle, tank, engine, radiator, tire, dump body are put together. The truck crane manufacturing is broadly divided into chassis preparation, axle mounting on chassis, inversion of chassis, tire fitting on axle, engine and radiator mounting, cabin mounting, turntable mounting.
The line that you are seeing here is our truck crane line. So this is the start of the line where we start assembling the chassis components here. So earlier what we used to do is we were using chains and belts to kind of reverse that chassis, because as you understand, so there are some components which are to be assembled on the chassis, some below the chassis. So that was unsafe, and the productivity was also not very high. What we did is that we have installed this inversion device, as we call it. So the chassis, if you see, it brings in 3 parameters into the entire manufacturing our capability. One is it becomes safer, which is primary requirement for the factory. It also reduces a lot of time taken to produce, or rather put the assembly into effect and roll it forward. And the third part is the quality of the peripheral components of the chassis is also maintained. So while handling, there are no damages to the brake chambers or to the assembly per se, so there are no damages.
To meet the demand, the company is expanding capacity by 2.5 folds in the next 15 months. 2 sheds with 12.05 acre in size each will come up in the 80-acre plot in Chakan near Pune, where the company's factory currently churns out 9,000 pieces of heavy equipment annually. The company has introduced several customer retention initiatives, including Enterprise Control Center and the full maintenance contract. Enterprise Control Center is a multilingual call center set up at the factory and manned by its own staff to ensure that the mean time before call and services are kept at the minimum level, eventually helping customers to enhance machine availability. The company is keen on adding more products based on the specific requirements, as it has the required capability to localize even within a shorter time frame.
We are going to construct and invest more this year to make more in India.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be one of our key focus areas over the next 2 years, to develop a huge localization capacity and capability in India.
SANY India has been taking several initiatives to make more products in the country.
this is one of the key pillars today for us. This factory, when we started in 2009, at least until 3 or 4 years, hardly had much of production. But in the last 8 to 10 years, we have, you can say, this is almost full. We don't have more space to produce now, and that is what we are aiming to make more and more in India. So currently, while we are sourcing a lot of parts from local suppliers around our factory, plus also across India, we are also looking at higher level of localization of components, which means we need to increase manufacturing in India. One is that first is some of the key components which we feel we need to make in-house. There could be some key technologies, some key quality requirements, and high capability requirement. Those components we will make in-house ourselves. The other thing is that India has also got a very good ecosystem to support the manufacturing industry. So wherever we have good suppliers available in Pune or even across India, we will look at localizing more and more from these suppliers. As such, we are already buying a lot of components from the local suppliers in India, like say you can say engines, hydraulic cylinders, hydraulic pumps, all the fabricated parts. So many of these components we are already buying from different suppliers in India, and we will continue to buy those from them. Plus, we will expand more and more we'll outsource more and more from India rather than importing them from other countries.
Recently, the company is bestowed with TPM, Japanese Institute of Plant Maintenance Excellence Award. SANY India is also working on several sustainability initiatives. One of them is making the supply chain green and look at alternate propulsion.
I think our entire value chain has to be green. Okay. So starting from the components that we source, so as you said, like green steel. So I think this will become a norm going forward. So we also have a similar initiative going on with all the steel companies. So whatever we buy today has to have this kind of practices. So all the top 6 companies in India are having this kind of focus to offer green steel. Second, in our production facility, so if you look at our facility, we hardly have any involvement of electricity for lighting. We have lights, but we don't use them. So it is natural lighting in all the factories. Thirdly, this is also solar enabled factory. So as per the government regulation, we have a mandatory requirement, we have a ceiling of up to 1.2 megawatt that we can install as solar power. So we are utilizing that capacity to the full extent. This is already solar enabled. In addition to that, we are also looking at some alternative mechanisms to increase solar power that we can generate, to see that we are almost you can say 90% plus dependent on renewables rather than being dependent on fossil generated electricity for the factory. Thirdly, if you look at on the market side, we are also trying to promote more and more ecological friendly products. First is that all our material, all our products have got, you talk of circular economy these days. So everything, I think almost 98% is you can recycle in our machines. Secondly, all the machines that we make today, there is a huge focus on fuel savings. So there are many products which we have recently launched in material handling segment with electrical options, and these are now being promoted slowly. We have already started offering 4 to 5 products in the market on the material handling side, where there are electric options in those products. So slowly we are moving towards that electrification of our products. In addition to that, we as a group globally, we are also working on the technologies of hydrogen. So hydrogen cell technology. So yes, we have already developed some basic technology for hydrogen cells, and we have already prototyped some of the products on hydrogen cell technology.
In addition to catering to local market, the company also aims to focus more on exports in the years to come. In the domestic market, the company is aggressively looking at expanding its product portfolio.